Okay, doing a video on a '07 Mercury Mariner hybrid. Added some cooling fans into the system. AC cycling off and on right now. And these are 14-inch. A little bit big. I would go with two 12-inch. These are about 1100 CFM per fan, 11 amps. Each fan. Silicone these on this side so water cannot get into the motor. And this has been a real big pain in the butt. Got my horns in, my hella horns. So on the hella horns, you just have a positive coming in. Feed that through, go through the bumper, zip tie it, and you can go to your other hella horn and ground it out right there. Okay. So had to space the bumper out 1/4 inch, give the fans a little clearance, and I had to space out the condenser. So behind the condenser bolt here, behind here, just a small washer. I don't know if you can see it. So get my clearance, use some HVAC tape, force the air through the cooling system here, because actually this is the radiator. If I'm seeing this right, this is the AC condenser. No, this is the radiator for the electric vehicle system, right? This is the AC condenser, and this is his normal radiator. Okay, 3 cooling systems. Problem that I had is sitting in traffic. My AC didn't work worth a crap. So you look at these hang down a little bit. I'm okay with that. I taped the top because there was a lot of air blowing through the top between the 2 radiators. So she's all done and cycling and working, functioning properly. So if you take a look here, when the outer fans cycle on, the inner fans do as well. These will cycle off in a second. It's really cold out. I got the AC on, right? So let's wait for these to cycle down. What I did, I tied off of the, there's 2 leads coming off of this wire. There's 2 wires here that go to the AC compressor clutch. You got to tie off to the black wire. There's a white one and a black one. Tie off to the black one for your trigger. Okay, and then coming up, this is a Hayden. Mounted this on the firewall, and 12-volt trigger, or the ground for the controllers here. 12-volt trigger actually ran off of the I ran that off of the cigarette lighter. Okay, so the power coming off the cigarette lighter is feeding this. The ground's the strut mount bolt. High speed on this is blue. Low speed's orange. Not using low speed, so I'm not too concerned. You just tie off your low speed, don't use them. And then you have your fuse. Some instructions say to run both fans if they're less than 30 amps off one line. I didn't do that. This instruction said to run 1 fan per line, so that's what I did. So each fan's running about 11 amps on each line. Tied off under here. Positive. So you get your power to your battery. Okay. And that runs over here to the controller. Controller feeds power through the blue wires coming out of the controller. Blue wires run to the fan. On the fan, to reverse them, you just obviously reverse the ground. But I had to add a wire in here, so I used black wire, don't matter because I know what's going on with it. But anyway, the blue wire would come into the positive on here from the controller. It's reversed. You figure it out. You know how to reverse a fan. Just flip the leads on 12 volt. It'll spin the opposite direction. Ground into the bumper. Okay. And then make sure I secured everything. So all I got to do now is I got to put the bumper on. And then put some protective sheathing over the top of the lines. Anti-chafing. So there we have it. Blowing a lot of air now. A lot of circulation now, which is good. And as the engine's warming up, it's cycling less, so. All right, there it is. It's 12 volt trigger coming through the firewall down here. You'll see if you look down in here. Kind of hard to see, but you can get through the firewall down here behind the fuse box. Alright, so hopefully that helps some people out. 12 volt trigger off the cigarette lighter, which is not, that's switched off of the ignition. There's two cigarette lighters in this. One is constant on, one switched ignition. So my power to feed this is off the one that switched ignition. Ground goes here, and then the rest I already described. So hopefully this helps somebody out. If you want to add dual fans, I would go, these are 14s, I would go with the two 12s and then install them and you should be good to go. All right.